my talk was interrupted because my phone, as usual, turned itself off and said that was too much. So just to continue about our animals living on in spirit, because it's so important, I also wanted to say that there is a lovely book called Animals in the Spirit World. I have it with me in the car, by Harold Sharp. And we were fortunate enough when we were working at Psychic News that Kathy was asked to republish that for him. And so that was republished. And Animals in the Spirit World by Harold Sharp. And that's lovely. It's all about how he came to realise his own gifts, and quite a few communications that he had, or many communications that he had with animals. And it's a very interesting, lovely, uplifting book. Anybody who has lost an animal knows how terribly sad it makes you. But then to know that they live on after this life in completely whole and happy circumstances is just so uplifting to the spirit, to our spirits, to know that they are there, and that of course we will be reunited with them one day. That's another wonderful thing to look forward to. I saw something on television about visiting the oracles in Italy, and it all looked absolutely horrific. And the idea that these, they kept stressing the idea that these were young women, untouched, of course, in these hellholes that really sort of dug out of caves or in caves, where people would sort of go along and pay money to go and see them writhing about, apparently, under the influence of various noxious drugs and so on. It was opined. Absolutely awful, and nothing whatsoever to do with the truth. And the truth of the matter is that you can have communication with higher spirit anywhere you are, and that you don't need to plunge into some awful hole in the ground in order to do that. And you don't have to be a young woman. You can be anybody at all. And it was just horrific. And the other thing was that they were assuming that these women writhed about and were under the influence of drugs, whereas in fact they probably were not. And that's the other thing. But I was going to say they're not around to tell us, but perhaps that's why I'm supposed to be telling you that they didn't do that, and that they were just like we were, able to communicate with the spirits of those who have passed over. They made no mention about animals at all, of course. So there you are. I just feel very strongly that we should understand that all life is sacred, and that we are all made by the Creator, and that love for life, which is eternal and continuing, extends to all that creation. And our animals particularly are wonderful companions, and even those who are in the wild all have their place on this earth. And when they go, they also go to spirit. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed our little chat, even though it's in two parts, and I wish you very well. I pray for your animals. I'm sure you'll pray with me, and ask, dear Lord, look after our companion animals, both here and in the world of spirit. We send our love out to them, and we know that one day we will all be reunited, and it will be a happy time for us all. Amen. There. So, I hope that you've enjoyed this little chat. I'm sorry it's in two bits, but there you go. That's life, I guess. And it's been nice talking to you, and I will try and do a one that's not broken up in the near future. And I'll say God bless you.